Oh, you're not ready for today's stories. First up, she already beat her ex in court. So why is she thinking about dragging him right back in front of the judge? Then, a girlfriend tells her boyfriend, "I'm not a cheater," and somehow that was the wrong answer. He's been sulking ever since. And finally, a 32-year-old brother brings home his new girlfriend. She's 19, and his sister just can't keep her mouth shut about it. 3 stories, 3 verdicts, and at least one person here is definitely the asshole. Let's get into it. Our first poster already won in court, but her ex's behavior since might just send them both right back in front of judge. I, 27 female, recently took my ex, 27 male, to court regarding a change of domicile for our children. The judge approved it. That same night, around 10 p.m., he texted me claiming our daughter was being held back in school and was behind academically. I contacted the school the next day because I was concerned I had somehow missed important communication. The school told me the opposite. They said she is ahead academically, attendance is not a concern, and she was invited to a limited-space summer program that requires a teacher recommendation. When I asked where he got the information, he never answered and instead started asking questions about my boyfriend. A few months earlier, he accused me of withholding information about our son's medical appointments because I would not give him my patient portal login. I explained that my account contains my own private medical information and that he could create his own account. I had already sent him the information needed to do so multiple times. Instead of setting up his own account, he called my mother and told her I was violating our court order and could go to jail. I was not. He would be able to call the office and get assistance or get the information. I called the office after to set up more verification for my account, so I know they were open while he called my mom. As of our most recent court hearing, he still had not created his own portal account. These are only the 2 most recent examples. In the past, he has told me things like, "You'll get the kids when you get them," and "I'll let you see them when I feel like it." He has also sent me a 5-minute video threatening taking out a life insurance policy on himself. While these threats have stopped, sometimes his messages can be triggering. Over the past year, there has been an ongoing pattern of accusations, misinformation, and communication that I find stressful and unproductive. I'm currently in therapy and trying to move forward. These fake emergencies at weird times or to serve agendas I can't clearly see yet have been very common. Because of this, I am considering filing a motion asking that all communication be restricted to our parenting app and limited strictly to issues involving the children and a grace period for non-emergency messages. Honestly, I kind of want him to sit in front of a judge and explain this behavior, especially lying about our children's academic status. Some people think I should ignore it and not give him the reaction he wants. Will I be the asshole? Let's see what the comments have to say. This person commented, "You absolutely need to get him to communicate through the app. His behavior is misleading and shows a pattern of attempts to access information he isn't entitled to. He doesn't seem to want to let go of control over your life." And get this, the poster herself added in the comments, "It's literally anything he can do to inconvenience me. Even if it means letting our kid sit with gunk in his eyes and an infected bug bite that gets so bad he can't stand or walk." The community's answer? Absolutely take him back to court. Document everything. Force every conversation onto the parenting app and make him explain that pattern to a judge's face. The verdict is clear, not the asshole. So what do you guys think? Was this person the asshole? Drop your verdict in the comments below. Our next poster told her boyfriend she's not a cheater, and somehow that was the wrong answer. My boyfriend, 24 male, and I, 23 female, have been dating for 5 months. We just made things official recently. The other day, we were revisiting a conversation about deal breakers. Cheating was at the top of both of our lists. When we got into the whys of each deal breaker, he said that he loves me and wouldn't want to do anything that could hurt me for the cheating one. My response was, "I'm not a cheater. It goes against my ethics." For context, I've been cheated on before. I even took an ex back after he begged for another chance, which ended up being one of the biggest mistakes I've ever made because he kept up with the infidelity. I'm not a person who seeks revenge, so I wouldn't cheat to get back at a partner either. To me, a relationship automatically ends the moment my partner has made the decision to cheat. After I explained my reasoning, my boyfriend looked surprised and said, "That's it?" I asked, "Yes. Wasn't that a good enough answer?" He replied, "I mean, yes, but you didn't mention anything about me." I said, "I obviously love you, but if I were dating someone else instead of you, my answer would be the same. When I choose to be with someone consciously, I don't wander. I'm simply not a cheater." He responded with, "All right," and started sulking. I get the feeling he was expecting me to talk in detail about how much I love him specifically and how that's why I wouldn't cheat on him. Since this incident, he's been a bit distant. I don't think my answer was wrong. To me, not cheating is a matter of personal values and character, not just feelings. If anything, I'd rather be with someone who doesn't cheat because it's against their principles than someone who only stays faithful because they're currently in love. So, Reddit, am I the asshole? Let's see what the comments have to say. This person commented, I agree with you. He doesn't cheat because he loves you, but what would happen if that changes? Would he cheat then? If you're morally against it, that shouldn't change. Love can. Another commenter said, exactly, 6 months ago he didn't even know her. What was his MO like then? The community is standing firm on this one. Integrity beats infatuation every single time. She gave the best possible answer. And if her boyfriend can't see that, well, that says more about him than about her. Not the asshole. If you're enjoying these stories so far, remember to leave a like and subscribe for more. Our last poster watched her 32-year-old brother bring home a 19-year-old girlfriend, and she just couldn't stay quiet about it. So my brother is 32 male, and he's been dating this girl for about 3 months. She's 19 female. I'm 28 female. I know 32 and 19 is a big age gap, but it's more than that. She seems like a really sweet kid, and I don't think she's a bad person or anything, but she has literally zero life experience. She's still figuring out what she wants to do with her life. She's never lived alone. She's never had a serious job. My brother, on the other hand, is really settled. He has a great career, owns his own home, and is talking about marriage and kids like it's already a given. I brought it up to him because I was worried about him and also worried about her. I told him I thought she was way too young and inexperienced to be thinking about marriage and kids with him, and that he was going to end up hurting her or vice versa. He got really defensive and told me it was none of my business and that I was being judgmental. He said he's happy and that's all that matters. Now he's barely talking to me. I honestly thought I was looking out for both of them, but maybe I overstepped. Am I the asshole? Let's see what the comments have to say. This person commented, I was a 19-year-old girl who married the 32-year-old man. He was fun. He was my best friend. But when he turned 40, I realized that I had grown up and he wasn't going to grow up any more than he already had. Another commenter said, some people grow up, others just get older. The community's verdict? Saying something once isn't judgmental. It's what family does. She said her piece, and whether he listens, that's on him. Not the asshole. What would you have done in this situation? Let me know in the comments. What a wild ride. A courtroom rematch, a boyfriend sulking over the right answer, and an age gap that had the whole internet talking. Now it's your turn. Did Reddit get these verdicts right or totally wrong? Hit that comment section and let me know. And stick around because we're just getting started. New stories are on the way.